Welcome back, crits and failures. We hope you've all had a wonderful holiday season so far. It is in between Christmas and New Year, and we are wrapping up 2014 and looking forward to 2015. I hope you guys are having a wonderful time. I hope that we are growing and becoming a little bit of a part of your life, and that you can count on us to be there for a little bit of fun and R&R and escapism whenever you should need it. This episode, as always, is brought to you by Matt's Mats. Matt's Mats are the acrylic 1-inch grid system that we make and sell ourselves. It directly supports the podcast, so if you're interested and you want to help us out in any way, besides listening and liking and favoriting and sharing, which is just wonderful, it would also be great if you went to criticalfail.com, critical with a 1 instead of an L, and checked it out. Matt's Mats. We sell them. You buy them. Makes us happy. Makes you happy. This episode is episode 18. It is a wonderfully dark and gross and dreary episode, but it also features a little bit of a lighthearted side where my kids may have contributed a few monsters to it. So I hope you like it. Check it out. It's Critical Fail, episode 18, Trippin.
You sold that fall well.
Branding.
The other thing that I'd like to point out is that we were pretty low, or we were towards the end of the day when we started this whole venture, and I don't have any more spell slots, so we may want to actually take a full night's rest here before finding out why everything is jammed up on the
You actually
spooky mass.
Yeah. Okay. Let's leave it like that. Okay, yeah, do you guys want to kind of shore up here on the cold, freezing, but you probably Thordin probably finds it.
I'm pretty okay with the underground.
Yeah, I mean, you are in the heart of this mountain.
And I know in my brain this works.
Yeah.
I'm putting my shield on the ground and curling up upon it.
Yeah.
Since I no longer have a backpack, that is what I'm sleeping on. It's more comfortable because it's smooth than the rocks.
I imagine.
So it is face down.
You know, you find yourself a nice granite pillow, though. You know, it's like right there. It's
my helmet's still on.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. Yeah. I mean, what could you want?
I'm very comfortable in my own helmet.
Yeah. I mean, maybe a little nostalgia, a little feeling of home, kind of well up in you. Yeah.
It's not adventuring till you sleep in your shield.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, feeling pity on the dwarf, I take the lesser of my nicer costumes and give it to him to ball up with.
Do you cover him up gently?
So I take it, I pick up my shield, I put it under my shield to not scratch it, and then I put my shield on top of it and curl up on my shield.
Very good. Yeah, very good. It's
because I was halfway not comfortable putting my shield straight on the rock.
Sure, right.
So now,
well, your symbol, Ula,
right?
Ula's symbol is there. Yeah, absolutely. So time passes. Honestly, however much time you guys want. You're clearly incredibly uncomfortable, but you're also incredibly beat up and tired. So if you guys want to take a full rest, we'll say kind of an awkward, indeterminate amount of hours go back, but you can be healed up.
okay,
As we don't actually even know what time it is,
Right.
because there's no light.
Yeah.
Right. I would say that probably of everybody here, that Liam probably would have the hardest time with this, being such a different location in such a different place.
I like it.
I kind of feel like
All the gross
Oorith
bodies.
is used to the finer things in life to an extent, so he's pretty uncomfortable with this too. I'm fine.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I'm, you see, I'm dreaming because my foot's twitching a little.
Right.
It
runs in.
You mean nothing's 9 on your ankles?
I grab my hammer once in a while.
Every once in a while you hear like this kind of like monotone groan from the body pile, but nothing really seems to bother you guys.
And
No new bodies fall by.
I'm assuming
Resist
at
the
this
urge
point
to
there
fire
is
an
no
arrow
light
into it.
anymore.
After a while, yeah, there's no light. I mean, if Oorith so wants, he can recast his spell and keep a cantrip running and whatever. But you guys are healed back up. What would you like to do next?
Well, I only have my short bow. I'm
that
gathering
bow.
my costume back up from him.
Yep. Very well.
Oh, rope. Do either of you still? No, the dwarf doesn't have it. But do you have any rope?
I do not.
Yeah.
I used it to scale down the cliff to get to Thordin to help fight.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, so I have the only rope then. Awesome.
Yeah, I have no rope.
Well, I'm
is
going to go
obvious 'cause I
ahead
didn't have
and
to
use
take
my
off my
mesket
backpack.
to shave and make myself look pretty.
Okay. You know,
I might as well have some civilization to this shithole.
absolutely. I mean,
I agree.
and you never know what you may have to perform for, you know? At a
Indeed.
moment's notice.
Yep.
Very well.
So what this comes down to is, do we want to travel across the bodies and see what's on that side, or chance what's underneath the shelf?
Underneath the shelf, or try and climb upriver.
I have no desire to go in the water. I'd rather go down the bodies myself.
Oh, I know. I'm going to cast light on one of my arrows and fire it upriver as far as I can.
Okay, upriver where the water's coming from?
Yes.
Gotcha.
See
Okay.
if there's anything right up there.
Yeah, you do so, and you know, maybe like 40 yards away, there's like a jog, and it ricochets off the wall. It keeps going, and as far as you know, it's just sheer cliffs on both sides, and a like 40-foot wide river that's flowing very heavily this way.
Okay. How deep is the river?
You did not touch the bottom when you landed.
Okay. Do
To
the same with another arrow underneath the ledge.
The shelf
and see
there?
if there's yeah.
Yeah, sure. You shoot an arrow, and it whatever lands in the water and starts floating down, and it fairly quickly disappears under the shelf. It doesn't drop, but it doesn't, like from your limited perspective there, you don't see it seem to open up above either. You just see like the stone right above it, and it as it flows into that crevice to the west.
Okay. Yep, I'm voting dead bodies.
Dead bodies. Everybody looks at Thordin.
Reluctantly, I'll follow.
I've said dead bodies the whole time. I don't know what you were all doing, wasting arrows and whatnot, but
Reluctantly, I'll follow those two.
Okay.
I'm seeing if there's a bridge or something right upstream.
something we can just hop on. And,
Are you going to fire another
Exactly,
arrow?
as opposed to taking the this track.
He already fired one upstream. There wasn't.
No, did he want
Yeah.
to... I'm sorry, I thought you were saying you were firing an arrows down over the bodies.
Oh, no, I meant upstream.
Yeah, you didn't see any bridges or anything up there.
Okay.
Eventually, your arrow floats back to you that went upstream.
I'm going to try and grab that if I can.
No problem. You're a hero. Yeah, so you guys start making your way down south over the bodies. Very well. Okay, you guys start the treacherous and not so easy path of climbing over the bodies to the south. As you make your way, everybody make a dexterity check. Straight up dexterity.
Straight up, yo.
You're good.
19.
17.
15.
Okay. Yeah, you guys have very little problem making your way south on the pile of bodies. As you guys make your way, it is sheer cliffs on both sides of you. The river here that was cut out was originally about 15 feet wide, and you're basically walking on a semi-floating, squishy pile of humanoid remains. As you make your way south, eventually you guys come to a break, but it is quite the body jam, and the body jam kind of continues on down this river there. But off to the side there, where I have those green little things drawn, you see like a kind of like a weird low-lying marshy area, but it's very easy to walk there. It's just kind of this washed out area where it stops being a sheer cliff, and you see these very tall mushrooms growing in various shapes and sizes. Some of them are even human-sized in their height.
I do actually try and keep an eye out as we're going through the bodies to see if I can find any type of an actual melee weapon.
Oh, for sure. Make another perception check. Are you looking for a like a rapier or whatever?
If I can, yeah, or
Okay.
anything that looks really cool.
Yeah.
And I'd like to keep an eye out for my backpack if I could.
Okay.
Just,
Yeah, make a perception check.
looking around. Backpack? Backpack?
So
One.
16 for me.
You
I got
find
one.
nothing, Thordin. Oorith, you are able to find a decent workable rapier. It's not yours,
but it is in fairly decent condition considering the environment that it's been in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you find a sword that works.
I'll prestidigitation the handle to clean that off.
Nice, very good. A little magical peroxide, and it's good to go.
There you go.
Yeah,
Just the handle, though. You want to look like
Just
it's
the handle.
bloodied on
The rest of it,
we
yeah,
put
I'll
the
keep
three of
that.
you like right here. What order are you guys walking in?
The dwarf.
Well, looks like we're walking in a line,
Okay, sounds good.
according to Matt.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. We can rearrange it. I figure I'm in the middle, or I'm in the back, or front, I mean. I'm in the front.
In the front.
Do you want to be in the back there, Jake?
I absolutely do.
Okay. All right. So here you guys are here. Do you guys continue going down the bodies, or do you hop off onto the shore?
I think I'm going to hop off onto the shore, because I'm quite curious if those mushrooms are edible.
For sure. Okay.
Well, that's a great idea. Yeah. We'll take a look at the shore.
Cool.
On the shore now?
Yep.
I'm
Go up,
keeping my
yep.
bow
You're
drawn.
right up there on top. As you walk over there, Oorith, I'm assuming you're still doing a light spell.
Yes.
Okay.
It's on his arrow, right?
Yeah, he's got ones on arrows, on shirts. He's got them all over the place.
Repick that one up and
Yep.
just holding it as a torch.
Exactly. So, like in the immediate area, right next to you, Thordin is is a very tall mushroom. It grows. Its stalk is about 18 inches in diameter, and it's growing up above your head. It's like a purplish green, undulating kind of thing. Everybody make a intelligence check. Thordin with a +5.
Ooh.
You're looking
Natural
to.
20.
Awesome.
Intelligence.
19.
Wow. Okay. Apparently, you guys are all very at home under here.
I know my mushrooms.
You very quickly realize that
It's psychedelic.
these are not edible. They might be dangerous, physically dangerous, and that mushrooms down in the underground are nothing to be trifled with. Not fungi of this size.
Like, dangerous as in they could attack us? Or...
Like imagine that you are basically seeing Venus flytraps,
Ah.
giant Venus flytraps around you. You know what I mean? Like whatever your reaction would be to something like that.
calmly
Back.
move myself to here.
Okay.
Actually, right here, so I'm not adjacent to either of them.
Very good.
I'm 1 foot in the bodies, 1 foot on the ground.
I like it. Very good. What do you guys do?
I'm going to go back on the bodies.
Is this
Keep walking down.
is this another shore?
That is a sheer cliff on that side.
Okay, so the lines keep going.
Yep. Sorry about that.
You're just a lazy DM.
Yep, lazy DM. You guys are there.
I guess. Too.
Stop
Back
being
on the
adjacent.
Okay.
Now, what are these thingies? Different kinds of mushrooms?
Yep, those
over there.
those are mushrooms that look like what you would know as beholders, which are a giant floating head with one eye, and it'll have eye stalks coming off it. They are infinitely famous D&D monsters, and especially underground dwelling creatures know all about them. But you see these, and like for instance, that part would spark in your mind that memory, but you can immediately see that this is a mushroom that has a shape very similar to this, and it is floating in the air, like not connected to the ground. Yet it is undeniably a mushroom. If you get closer, you can investigate it.
I'm good.
That's fine. That's fine. Like that's what you see from the distance that you are.
Continue to walk down the bodies, and just ignore the mushrooms altogether.
Very good. Okay, so
Yeah.
okay, make a dexterity check for everybody.
I'm going to continue down
Are you on the bodies or on the shore?
on
14.
the bodies, but
11.
6 plus dexterity, 7.
7. All right.
Am I kind of slipping around?
Yeah, a little bit. So you guys are making your way, and you get to about here when the dwarf stumbles and falls onto the shore right around here. At which point, the tall, human-sized ones start screaming. They emit this high-pitched, shrieking noise that you can't even yell to each other over. And as they do, the one right next to you, erupts into this like kind of plume of green gaseous spores that fly everywhere. And there's some sort of save involved with this. Let me check.
Okay. I'm taking it it's poison, not
Correct. That's why I was... everybody make a Constitution check.
Oh, my goodness. Rolled a 19, so 20.
14.
7.
No wonder you're a germaphobe.
You're bad around germs.
As the poisonous cloud wafts over you guys, Matt, you will take 4 points of damage. Liam, Thordin, you'll take 4 points of damage. Liam, you'll take 9. And Oorith will take 0.
For the record, I'm the furthest one away.
I know.
This is shenanigans.
I know. Shenanigans absolutely happens. And as you guys do this, as this happens to you, the, you probably hold your breath, and then you can't hold your breath any longer.
And I sneeze.
And you sneeze. That too. Very manly, very dwarvenly sneeze. And does it. 1 second. Will you swap out that map for this map and put you guys in approximately the same position? Just approximately. When you open your eyes after your manly sneeze, where you find yourselves now, the world has melted away. The light, the sources that you had going, have melted away, and you are now in this wonderfully kind of like warmly lit from a non-obvious light source area. The ground where the bodies used to be is now a fluffy mattress of red silk mattress that just goes off in both directions, and it's like very comfortable and wonderful seeming. There is a nice glimmery wall of obsidian with maybe like a thread of silver running through it that makes up the sheer side now to the west, and to the east, where all the fungi and mushrooms used to be, are 3 creatures that are looking at you. Curiously, and with smiles on there, and I'll get some bigger ones here for the viewers and for Jake to see real quick. So we have one of these.
Oh, it looks so fluffy.
It does. That one looks like a kind of like a tiger. This one looks like a bunny. Bouncy. And this one looks like another bunny that has mischievous intent.
No, you missed.
Did I miss this one?
Yeah.
For all 3 or for just this one?
There you go.
Yep. There we go. So, what's up? Oh, so you guys look over, and there are these what can only be described as childlike drawings, animated and brought to life, looking at you, and they are kind of like with these like very wholehearted grins and smiles on their little faces, and they're made up of like red outlines, and they're basically floating there in the air, and they remind you, if nothing else, but of some sort of like child drawing done with chalk on a wall or red chalk or whatever. Viper's plan is back. Mushrooms exploded with spores and now are tripping out.
Am I wrong?
No, not at all. The ground beneath the very lively looking childlike characters is like this marble, white marble that kind of runs off into the distance, and it looks like what the hell? Looks like they are setting up for a tea party. There's a table sitting there with fine china, but no food.
And they in no way look aggressive.
No, they're like, it's like you've literally looked over. The one to the north, who kind of has a vaguely cat-like appearance, it starts to kind of like bounce and is like, "Welcome to our home."
Okay, and the floor is marble.
Yep.
You said. Okay.
Like nice, clean.
I'm going to use my stone cutting and sense that marble.
For sure. Let me put it this way, too. Until I tell you otherwise, what I described to you is absolutely what you believe is there. Mm-hmm. Okay? So yeah, you do your stone cutting, and 100%, absolutely, not only did a dwarf clearly, craft this, but they did it with, like the wisdom of your forefathers, and just, something made fit for a king. Nary a undulation or crack as far as you can see, the finest heart of the mountain kind of marble.
So I've never seen or felt this this nice velvet
Right.
like mattress I'm
Right.
now on. So I'm gonna like lay down and roll around on it.
Oh my gosh, it feels great. It's like a it's like a very bouncy, wonderful mattress. It kind of like does that thing where it like hugs you. It's not too firm and not too not too soft.
Love it.
Yeah, warm.
Just-
Yeah, absolutely. Just rolling around. And there you are. So the one up north says, "Welcome again, my friends, to our home. Please join us. I am Tiger Ball." And he starts bouncing up in the air, almost as to illustrate his point. "Come, join us, eat." The one over there to the east says, "I'm Bouncy Bunny. Come on and join and play with us." And the one on the bow says, "I'm Ninja Bunny. Yeah, sure. Come on, play. Let's go."
And I see no food.
No food yet. Yeah.
What's on the menu for this meal?
They say whatever. Tiger Ball says, "Whatever you want. This is the land of imagination, and whatever you dream to be true, you can have to eat."
Man, Tiger Ball sounds like Bouncy Bunny all of a sudden.
The DM is really bad at voices, but he tries his best. So get off of his nuts. Did you notice that back in Agrados, like every single like innkeeper or person you met had the same gruff voice? Yeah, I was laughing in shame at myself as I did that.
Excellent.
I'm just gonna keep enjoying my nice new mattress.
Okay.
I've never experienced anything
For
like
sure.
this before.
Yeah, you're like rolling around over there, and like Jumpy Bunny like sees you over there. He's like, "Hey, that looks fantastic!" And he like leaps way over Thordin and like lands next to you and starts jumping around, just like like on a giant mattress, and like landing on his back and kip up in and jumping and flipping and just jumping all around, enjoying himself like wee wee. And a slightly higher register than Tiger Ball, who jumps like this.
Slightly.
Yep. Tiger Ball and Ninja Bunny kind of make their way around the table, and they gesticulate over it, and all of a sudden the smell of like roast turkey and yams and fresh cut vegetables and buttery corn and hot bread and savory muffins starts wafting up, and sure enough, shimmery and in like a rainbow glittery kind of cloud, they appear on the table, filling the glasses and stuff, and you smell mead.
Mead, huh?
Mead. Yes, sir.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't catch that last part, but you entered it.
Oh,
You
mead.
said what it was.
Mead. Ale.
Yeah, no, I know.
I can't help but think about that line of silver that runs through the opposite wall.
Right. Yeah. You can go.
I'm going to go
Okay.
inspect that more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right
go-
over here.
Kind of bouncing across the big giant satin pillow of red satin, and go over there. Yeah.
And I do shake my head at Liam as I go by.
Sure. Right. I mean, so childish, especially with like new people watching you guys, not
Right.
acting in a very heroic way.
Right.
Sure. Make a stone, working check again.
6.
Okay. You're like, wow, this is great, this is silver, but you're like, that check was for was to kind of figure out how to excavate it, how to, because your dwarven
Like
instincts, of course, would be like, how do we do this?
It
And you're not
shouldn't
sure.
be in the wall anymore.
No, right. And but you realize though that this thread runs everywhere. Like this is like, you could, if you need to figure out how to mark this place, come back here, and your family would be set for life mining this, or for generations mining this area. Make a, I'm sorry. Make a wisdom check.
Wisdom. I am wise. Very wise. 13 plus 4. 17.
Okay. Yeah, and that's what you think. That's what you notice. You're
Fantastic.
like, yeah. It would be. This is like, perhaps not for an adventure or for somebody of Ula. But you could build temples to Ula for, the rest of your life and fund it with this place. It'd be amazing. There's no rubies, that are the central piece of Ula's symbol, but it's still amazingly.
So I kind of scratch at the
Yeah.
silver with my hammer a little
Yeah.
bit just
Yeah.
to see.
It starts coming away as silver does, I guess, in like little slivers.
little flakes.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah, sure. You just start mining. That's great.
yeah, just
Yeah, yeah, for sure. You in no time you have a very healthy sample of whatever this is. If you want to, you could start looking for ways to kind of break chunks of the rock out or whatever. But
So is it obviously a very pure thread?
yes, yeah. You'd have to test the purity, and I'm completely making up the way that silver is mined, and we'll just pretend in Morgania the way it would be mined is that you would, chip out this wall and break it down, and then it would go through a process where like the rock is hammered down and then put into a forge and melted and separated somehow, and skim out the rock bits. But
The melting point of silver would be lower than the stone.
right, sure, totally. And it seems logical, and that's and it would be a process. Yeah. Well, what are you up to, Liam? I mean, Oorith, what are you up to?
Me?
Yep.
Well, after I'm finished with admiring the floor, I realized that it's been a while since I've had some really good cooked meal, and having to live on trail rations just is not suitable for a bard of my pedigree. So I'm going to have to go down and sit and do some eating.
Okay. Could you move him up to the table? Yeah. As you move over there, Tiger Ball, the
Which seat would you like?
We'll do the middle, on the opposite side.
The open spot.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
You walk around. You sit over there. Not too far behind you is another wall of obsidian with did I say obsidian with silver running through it, and there the food is there. It's plentiful and it's ready to go. Tiger Ball notices you and says, "Ooh, are you a musician?"
That I am one of the best. Actually, not one of the best, the best.
Ooh, are you by any chance Oorith the Great?
That I am. You've heard of me.
I've heard of you. Oh, your songs even reach us here. Could you please regale us with a song?
Absolutely.
Okay, make a wisdom check for me.
Wisdom.
It's very silent.
16, so 15.
Okay. Yeah. The friendly face is looking at you, waiting for you to play. Do you play or do you eat first, or do you somehow do both?
Well, I can't turn down somebody's request for music when they've
Right.
understood my greatness.
Right.
So I'm definitely going to have to start playing for him.
Very cool.
Any
What-
songs that he requests?
He says, "A very merry birthday."
Very Merry on Birthday. That one I could do.
Very cool. Yeah, why don't you make a performance check and just see how well you rock it out?
Heck yeah.
In which you can like double your check now or whatever.
And got a natural 20 on top of it.
Oh my gosh.
So that would
Does his
be
loot sound
28 in total.
5 loots?
Well, not only yes, he's double hammer picking and going crazy on his loot. You found on happenstance, but probably through pure talent, the acoustic center of this cavern, and the resonance and the tone of this room is just so warm and inviting, and comes back in like perfect time and just envelops you, and you just fill the room with this very boisterous and happy tune of celebrating
much.
every day like it's your last.
Yes. Yep.
Liam, could you please make a wisdom check? No. What are you up to? Yeah, and guys, at this point, you guys can just kind of be doing whatever. This isn't rounds. I'm just
13 isn't good
13
enough.
isn't good enough.
I'm still pretty enamored by this wall. To be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I'm creating a small stash on the velvet of silver.
Yeah, very cool. Okay, yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yep. Yeah, it's coming away in like flakes and chunks. You start to find little crevices and ways, and you're kind of getting as much silver versus obsidian as you can. Obsidian is no small joke, though. I mean, you could make finer like jewelry and ornamentations with it too.
Well,
So.
doesn't obsidian break fairly sharply?
Yeah, it's like glass. I think that it's been used for like arrowheads and stuff in the past, and you could maybe make a decorative knife.
I am keeping the more arrowheaded shaped pieces for these two ranged,
For sure. Absolutely.
Yahoos.
Absolutely.
and planning out how I'm going to make a obsidian laced silver dagger just to
Ooh.
have.
Oh my gosh, that would be
Just to
amazing.
have.
Yeah.
just
Well, considering the
because.
undead that you've been facing too, a silver weapon would be fantastic. And then nothing would be a better representation of this area. Inspiration point.
As bouncing bunny, he's jumping over me. I'm gonna pull up my lucky rabbit's foot to compare.
I like it.
It might be a luckier rabbit foot that's jumping around right next to you.
Bouncy Buddy says, "Whoo! holy crap!
Bounces his way.
Leaps away from you. It says, what the hell is that?
And I just kind of look and go, tactful as ever.
He kind of walks back towards you, you know, a little bit. You'll find that, of course, the one you have in your hand is made out of, rabbit, and the one in front of you is made out of crayon, chalk or pastel. But it kind of goes up and it gives it a sniff. You realize at this moment that you can see right through this thing, and it gives it a sniff, and then it kind of backs away a little bit. And
as I see through it, can I do like the whole ghost thing? Like I want to kind of reach through.
Yeah,
them.
for sure. You go to do it, and despite what your vision tells you, your hand pushes up against warm fur, and then it kind of like nuzzles into your hand.
Oh, of course.
And let it be noted that I do believe he's being a damn fool still.
Sure.
Rolling around and pushing on bunnies.
Oh my gosh, totally.
There's mining to be done here.
Right.
Mining to be
Priorities.
I don't know what crap you're working on, but
Go ahead, Liam.
I was gonna say I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go sit at the table and admire Oorith as he plays the lute.
Just put you wherever.
Yes.
now am I mining any better because of this playing?
Because of what?
His playing?
Uh,
Not really.
yeah, no, for sure. It's an upbeat, kind of like got a jaunty beat to it, so you should start working to the rhythm. Yeah,
I'm just kind of scraping to the rhythm.
absolutely. I see, chipping and doing whatever you find. Making the most out of, I'm guessing, your Warhammer, unless you have some sort of mining tools on you.
I don't have any mining tools, but I'm using my Warhammer to the extent.
Did you check your bag for mining tools?
I have no
He
bag.
lost his
You
bag.
lost your bag, right? Okay,
Yes, I don't have a bag.
gotcha.
I checked for my bag; it was gone. I am making sure not to in any way damage my hammer as I'm doing.
Gotcha, for sure. No, yep, it's being very effective for being the wrong tool for the job. You're making your way. Leah or Oorith, your song of Merry Unbirthday comes to an end. What do you can now eat? They make no more requests of you, and the food has just been sitting in front of you.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna look down and realize I'm covered in blood
Yeah.
and jump immediately into the water.
How do you see?